Welcome to suite.adcombi.com. You see here now the dashboard, and on the dashboard you see an overview of all the active projects, finished projects, all the advertisers and dealers that you can create. Let me just give you a quick overview of the hierarchy that we use. Within the clients section we have the advertisers and the dealers. So once made a connection on AdForm, you can create all your advertisers which are equal to all your clients. Underneath the clients, we'll create all the dealers. The dealers can be made throughout an Excel file or a CSV file or ODT file. Well, how do we actually set up a whole project? Before starting the project, it's good to know that there's a template section. Within the template, we can select an advertiser. For instance, on Opel, we have already 2 templates set. We can edit the template, and within the template we can have the whole pricing with frequency capping, what type of devices do we want to deliver, what type of domain sets we want to deliver. We can set up a targeting logic with all the pixels created and a whole list of all the inventory that is available on your AdForm connection. Once the template is in place, and also an agency and an advertiser is in place, we can start a new project. Let's set one up just for the Rabobank as an example. We go to Projects, New. We select the Rabobank to start a project. We can select multi or single campaign. In this case, we want to set up multiple campaigns underneath one project. So we're choosing for a multi-campaign. Just type in the name of the project. Spring 2018 in this case. We'll start with it today and we'll let it run for just 2 months. I know for now that my total budget in my data feed for my Excel file will be roughly 5,500 euros, because I want to set each budget for each location separately. So I defined that within my Excel file. The budget that I fill in right here is an amount that I don't want to exceed. So I'll fill in 5,500 here and I'll create the project. Right now the project will also be created as a campaign on AdForm. We see that we can select our templates and we get an overview of the start and end date and the total budget. I'll choose the Rabobank Test 1 template that I created earlier for this advertiser, and everything will already be set underneath here in the template settings, or I can still make changes if I want to. In the next step, I'll be uploading my locations, my dealers. If I've done this before, I can select them from a list, or I can upload a data file. In this case, I'll be uploading the data file. Let me show you how the data file is structured. We start with a reference code, the name, address, zip code, city, and I can separate also all the landing pages. The country code will be the Netherlands. You also see that all the budgets are differentiated, and I have a targeted zip code, where the range of the zip code is 5 kilometers. All the variables are used within the banner set that I'm going to upload later on. We can just drag and drop it. And there's also an upload of an images available, just here underneath. Once in the data feed, I've also defined that I have an image.jpg where I've got the reference code.jpg. The reference code is equal to the reference code of the dealer that I've mentioned in the feed. Within the folder of all the images, these are also equal. I've just zipped this, and with that zip I will only just upload the zip as well. On our server we'll unpack everything and we'll make sure that every image of that dealer is connected to the right one, and will serve the images from our ad serving. Let's upload all those dealers. With uploading all these dealers, we're now creating all the campaigns on our site. And almost instantly, you will see them all get synced through the DSP. So they're now all posted as line items on the DSP on Adform. We can wait for it, or we can continue just uploading the creatives. Within the creatives, I need to fill in a default landing page. So that will be rabobank.nl. It will not be used because the landing page URLs are all defined within the data feed. We only need to add the zip with all the banners, just drag and drop, and we'll upload these as well. Once uploaded to our system, they will also be synced to the banners on Adform, and also all the tags are created through all the line items with the dynamic elements. We get a whole list of all the locations that we use. So let's, for instance, see the banner, how it looks like for Amsterdam on the large rectangle. We see a background image of Amsterdam, also the dynamic elements of Amsterdam coming in here. And on the last slide, it's the opening hours of Amsterdam as well. Let's check another one. How will it look like in Utrecht on a half page? We see the canals of Utrecht and the Dam Tower, and also Utrecht within the dynamic elements. They got different opening hours just on this Saturday. If all your creatives looking good and you've got all your campaigns set up, there's only one last thing to go through. So the only thing I now have is an overview of the project, of how many inactive campaigns I have. Also, I see a total budget that's been booked in. So it's a little bit underneath the 5,500 that I said earlier. Also the flight time is there and the sizes. I can just complete the project and activate it now. All the campaigns will now be actively sent to the DSP, and I can also check the progress if everything has been sent. So now 9 of 13 are active. If I refresh the page, all 13 are active and live on the DSP. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll enjoy our software.